Welcome to another electric episode on our YouTube channel. Today, we're rolling out the virtual red carpet for none other than Caitlyn Clark.
Yes, the Caitlyn Clark. And trust me, she's bringing the heat.
Caitlyn didn't just drop in for a cozy chat. She joined WNBA icons Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi for a no-filter, no-holds-barred conversation that has the basketball world buzzing faster than a fast break. From the moment her face appeared on our Zoom call, it was obvious this wasn't going to be some fluffy feel-good piece.
This was raw. This was real. And Diana Taurasi?
From the second she appeared on screen, the chemistry was electric. But what exactly did Caitlyn spill? Why is everyone from hoops junkies to casual fans losing their minds over this interview? Stick with us, because Caitlyn didn't just talk. She talked about Paige Bueckers, Diana Taurasi, and yes, she even clapped back at those baseless rumors Cheryl Swoops tried to stir up.
Let's dive in.
1 year ago, Diana Taurasi stared into a camera and dropped a line that's since become legendary. "Reality is coming," she warned, her tone dripping with veteran swagger. It was a shot aimed squarely at Caitlyn Clark, the college phenom torching opponents like practice cones. "You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, she'd said, "but you're going to come up against some pros who've been at this a long time." Fast forward to today, and guess who's eating those words with a side of humble pie?
Diana herself.
When Caitlyn joined her and Sue Bird on our channel, the vibe was electric. Caitlyn flashed a smirk, a subtle knowing nod, and let a confident smile spread across her face. "Congrats on your retirement," she said, her voice smooth as silk.
Diana, Lauking, firet back, thank you.
"And congrats. Unfortunately, reality is coming for me now," Caitlyn quipped. The exchange was playful, but it was also a mic drop moment. Caitlyn wasn't just here to chat with legends, she was here to stake her claim.
Diana, was a good sport, leaned into the moment.
"What are your big plans now?" Caitlyn asked her. "You know," Diana replied, "I keep telling Sue I thought I'd have all this time to do stuff, but I'm busier now than ever."
My advice?
"Play as long as you can." Caitlyn chuckled, "We'll see. I'll get to 10 years, then we'll talk." A quiet promise that she's in this for the long haul. For Diana Taurasi, sharing the court with Caitlyn wasn't just another game. It was a seismic clash of eras, a torch-passing moment that basketball fans will be dissecting for years. "It felt like the last game ever played," she said, her eyes lighting up.
The crowd was wild. The hype was unreal.
It wasn't just basketball. It was history unfolding. "I'd been following Caitlyn for years," Diana admitted. "Watching her college run, I was in awe. To finally face her with that crowd going nuts, it was surreal. I've been doing this forever, and to see her do what she does? I couldn't wait for the season to start just so I could watch her again." Caitlyn, ever the competitor, remembered that game too.
But for her, it was personal.
"We were down like 10 or 15, she said, her voice tinged with pride. "And we clawed all the way back to win." That comeback wasn't just a W on the scoreboard.
It was a statement.
"It was our first win against a team above .500, she added with a grin.
So thank you, Diana.
Caitlyn isn't stepping into the next WNBA season with just hype. She's got a squad that's ready to roll. When Sue Bird rattled off the new additions to her roster, you could see Caitlyn's eyes gleam.
New head coach Stephanie White? Check. Veteran firepower like Natasha Howard and Dwayne Bonner? Check. Sharpshooters like Sophie Cunningham and defensive Stutz like Sydney Coulson and Brianna Turner? She's loaded.
"On paper we're stacked," she said. "But we've got what? Training camp starting on the 27th, then back-to-back preseason games May 3rd and 4th? That's not a lot of time to gel 7 new players, more than half the roster."
She paused, then grinned.
"But we should be pretty good. I'm excited." Last year, her team was young, too young maybe to handle the playoff grind. Even Kelsey Mitchell, who's been with the Fever forever, hasn't played in a ton of postseason games, Caitlyn noted. "Now we've got vets like Natasha Howard, Dwayne Bonner, Sydney Coulson, people who've been there. That leadership's going to be huge." But it's not just mental toughness she's been working on. When Sue brought up that viral off-season photo where Caitlyn's arms looked like they could bench a small car, the room erupted.
"Have you been living in the weight room?"
Sue teased. "Was it the angle, AI gone wild?" Caitlyn laughed so hard she nearly fell out of her chair. "AI is getting out of control," she quipped. Then she got real. "Nah, I've been hitting the weights hard.
I love it.
It's not just about looking strong. It's about feeling dominant out there." She didn't stop at flexing either. Caitlyn broke down her game plan. "I'm adding a floater, working on finishing through contact, owning the mid-range. Last year I'd get into the paint and feel awkward.
No floater, no mid-range jumper.
Now I'm getting comfortable. With a roster this loaded, she knows her life's about to get easier, and so will her teammates. We've got so many weapons now, she said. It's going to open up everything.
Tats not rookie talk.
That's a leader who's already thinking 3 steps ahead. Remember when Cheryl Swoops tried to stir the pot, claiming the Indiana Fever locker room was a toxic mess? Players don't want to be there, she'd said, tossing fuel on a fire that didn't even exist. Well, Caitlyn finally put that nonsense to bed. That whole week was wild, she told Sue and Diana. Everyone's like Indiana's falling apart, and I'm sitting there like, this is the tightest team I've ever been on. The rumors stung, sure, but Caitlyn's used to the noise by now. People think they know what's happening in our locker room, she said, rolling her eyes.
They don't.
It's just us, the girls, the coaches.
That's it.
Yeah, we started 0-8, but we had fun. We wouldn't have turned it around without that bond. It took time, but we figured it out. Her tone was firm, her message clear. Cheryl's take was dead wrong. If there's one program that's tested Caitlyn's mettle, it's UConn. We played them 3 times, she said, ticking off the matchups like war stories.
The Phil Knight Tournament, the Sweet 16, the Final 4.
Each game was a grind, a masterclass from Gino Orima's playbook. They always had the best scouts against me, she said, half impressed, half annoyed. You could tell how smart he is. He's coached against the best, and he always had an answer.
They're disciplined, Caitlyn explained.
They do what they do, and they do it well. Some games I'd see their defense going under screens, dropping coverage, and I'm like, come on, really? But it worked. They'd throw different looks, different defenders at me. Nika Mull last year, she'd hound me full court, 94 feet. Gino's got tricks up his sleeve every time. When Paige Bueckers came up, Caitlyn's tone softened.
Her poise, she said instantly.
That's what's going to translate to the WNBA. Everything hits you so fast. New city, new team, new coach, huge expectations. And Paige?
Noting Phases her. She's calm, mature.
She can score at all 3 levels. Her mid-range is unreal, and she's versatile.
Point guard, off-ball, Wartefair.
She'll fit right in. Caitlyn even threw in a pitch. That Dallas Arena's small, loud, perfect for her. They should move every game to American Airlines. Paige has that kind of draw.